Hi guys, how are you doing? So it's been a long time and I felt that there are a lot of issues that are being discussed and there's a lot of chatter around this, decreased attention span of students, and I thought of addressing it in a unique way. So here are my, 5 tips for you to actually, as students, go past this whole, confusion of not being able to pay attention when you are studying, right? So firstly, when I talk of the word studying, I'm not restricting myself to that, very, very quintessential and very, very well regarded picture of a student sitting in front of a lamp and sitting with a book and studying. Studying is any activity, in my view, that is done with a purpose, that has a solid purpose and a solid vision behind it, right? So anything that you do, any work that you do that has some tangible benefits for you and for the world can be incorporated within the ambit of the word study. So my first tip for you is that if you're getting distracted while you're studying, remember that you are not the only one. Everyone else, suffers from this issue. Why do I have to state this out explicitly? It's because there is this whole pressure on all of us, a social pressure that, that person by my side, my neighbor, is such a good student, he's scoring such good marks, he's studying for so many hours, he tells he studies all night, and that puts a lot of pressure on me. I don't study at all. I've heard so many students complain of these issues, and it's not good. Remember that we all have our own capacities, we all have our own abilities, and we need to respect them, right? So I'll come to that later, but the first thing you need to remember is that please do not think that you're the only one who suffers from this problem of getting distracted, right? Everyone has their own weaknesses and we all often fall prey to it. So it's perfectly fine if you're getting distracted. Nothing really, to worry about or fret about. The second thing is to read purposefully. Now, when I talk of reading, there are different ways, you're reading books or reading articles or even listening to audiobooks, whatever you do. When you read purposefully, and this is perhaps, I'm just restating what I said initially, if you read with a particular idea in your mind, for instance, if you pick up a book and you say that I'm going to help it, this book is going to help me develop my historical knowledge or my political knowledge or my scientific knowledge, that will help me in my examinations also. Maybe that is the purpose. Or this book is a self-help book that's going to allow me to develop the essential attributes to start off my own company or initiate a startup. Whatever it may be, read with the purpose in mind. Yes, you can take that off day and you can go and watch a Netflix film just chilling out, perfectly fine, no problem. But remember that if you read purposefully, it's going to help you immensely and it's going to help you grow as a person. The third thing I'm going to say is that, you must understand your strengths, understand yourself. How do you study the best? Remember that this pressure, I understand that this pressure around us to read more books and to develop this habit of, reading your textbooks thoroughly. I understand that there are many people who are really bookworms and you're very jealous of them sometimes. Perfectly okay. But remember that today we are blessed to be living in times when there is a lot of visual media, a lot of content on YouTube. Digital media is agog with so much beautiful content for you to enrich your knowledge on a lot of issues. So go out there, watch, read, engage. Do what you like that can help you grow and help your society also flourish. Remember, respect your strengths. If you're a visual person, watch more videos. If you're a kinesthetic person, play more games. Remember, we are all differently wired, and we need to respect those strengths of ours. So do what you like and study the way you like. That's my third tip. The fourth thing is to write. Now, when I talk of writing, I don't necessarily imply writing notes. Sometimes, and I'm saying sometimes, even copying from a textbook actually helps you, retain your attention to what you're doing. So I have tried this out many times, especially when I'm reading a particular book that excites me. At a certain stage, I feel tired out and I feel, okay, let me put this down. What I do is I take a book in front of me and I begin copying down. What it does is, it allows me to get into the author's mind and allows me to understand the nuances that often, are missed when you read in a stretch. That is something that excites me as someone who likes writing. So whatever your agenda is, whatever your purpose is, align it to that. Writing is a really, really, really good way of instilling certain, attitudes in your mind. So good habit to do is, perhaps to just begin writing. The fifth one is, and this is very important, is to set your targets. Remember that the world will tell you a lot of things. People around you will tell you that this is when you need to complete your target. This is what needs to be your target. Remember that at the end of it, it's you who are performing the task. So begin setting your own targets. Get into the habit of setting certain targets for yourself. Don't allow the world to actually run you. You need to be running yourself. So always remember, channelize your energies in the right way and set targets for yourself. Yes, a slight caveat here. If there are institutional targets, then do follow them, right? So if the board examination is on a particular date, you can't go to the CBSE or to whatever board you are giving your exams to and tell, postpone the exam because I've not prepared it. Remember, respect institutional targets, but simultaneously respect your strengths and align them with those institutional targets. So I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that you will purposefully, put your strengths, compile all of them, and make your life more purposeful. And of course, you can add more, fervor to the society that you belong to. So wishing you all a very happy Diwali and a wonderful, wonderful academic year ahead. Namaskar.